Welcome to another episode of Roll Up a Pull Up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. Alright, now what we on today, Mr. Roll Up? Twin brothers accused of revenge killing in Fort Worth. This is in Texas. How about that?
Accused of two Fort Worth murders days apart. Court documents reveal a bizarre set of circumstances leading to the first fatal shooting. However, a witness told police the second killing was payback for a robbery a few years ago. Oxford's Peyton Yeager has been going through the police paperwork today, and she's got more. Peyton?
Steve, and the two murder scenes 2 weeks apart and right across the street from one another. We just learned that the suspect vehicle involved was caught on surveillance video in that North Fort Worth area on both of these nights. Fort Worth police tell us that suspect vehicle was registered to the twins' mother. Friday, Fox 4 visited Mary Aguado.
We don't really hang out outside anymore.
Again at her Garden Acres home in Fort Worth. Her fence in the same condition 1 month after a high-speed chase ended in her front yard.
I mean, you're going to go to prison for murder. There's nothing going to hold you back. I mean, he could have hurt anybody, trying to get away.
The man in the Honda, 20-year-old Samuel Gabadabo. This week, Fort Worth police connected Gabadabo and his twin brother, Solomon Gabadabo, to two murders back in November. In the early morning hours of November 15th, 19-year-old Devin Randalls was shot and killed at a North Fort Worth apartment complex near 35W and Western Center Boulevard. Investigators believe the victim, found with a surgical mask and gloves on, was breaking into vehicles with others. 2 weeks later, and just across the street of Western Center Boulevard, an employee at Flip's Patio Grill was murdered in the parking lot. Detectives determined 20-year-old Isaiah Gonzalez finished his shift on November 30th when he was gunned down in his vehicle. Fort Worth police say it appeared to be a targeted hit. According to a newly obtained search warrant, during the investigation, police received a tip that Gonzalez robbed the brothers 4 years ago and forced the twins to undress at gunpoint. The tipster told officers they recently heard the Gabadabo brothers were responsible for Gonzalez's murder. Investigators say they found a video on Gonzalez's phone of two naked young men at gunpoint. Using facial recognition software, police determined the young men in the video to be the twin brothers. Then on December 12th, that's when Samuel Gabadabo was arrested for evading arrest in the Garden Acres pursuit and bonded out. At the time, Fort Worth police say they didn't have enough evidence connecting him to the two murders. This week, on Thursday, Fort Worth's fugitive unit found the brothers at a residence in Burleson and booked them into the Tarrant County Jail. Back at Mary Aguado's house,
They're going to come fix it probably next week. But on my dollar,
she fronted the money for a new fence, now hoping for a guardrail, but thankful her family wasn't hurt that December day.
he jumped to my fence where my mom was right there.
Police also say that surveillance video from Flips showed two suspects in hoodies get out of the tall grass, wait for Gonzalez and his girlfriend to get to his vehicle, and then open fire. The search warrant we obtained also talks about shoe impressions that investigators followed to the suspect's vehicle before it took off, and police say those shoe impressions matched Air Force Ones that belonged to these brothers.
MOHR is your
Hold on, they hold me. Let's go back. Hold up. I listened to a little
When
too
you
much
feeling
of
you
it.
love, bring it everywhere you go with the Hollywood Casino app. Your next big thrill.
Now look, y'all know
Twin
these is
brothers.
hold on. Now y'all know these is first reactions. So, the video ran out on me because I was listening to this shit. But all right, let's start right here. How about that?
Her fence in the same condition 1 month after a high-speed chase ended in her front yard.
Look, let's zoom in right here. You see how a minor incident like that happened that caused the crash and the capture of this guy that was running from the police? Something just that simple, man. All right, Let's move a little forward. I just wanted y'all to see that real quick.
Gabadabo and his twin brother Solomon Gabadabo to 2 murder.
All right. Nah, this is what we here on today. These two right here. All right, so let's start this all the way from the top. So a few years ago, these two they got robbed by this guy that more than likely they knew who he was. The guy robbed them and stripped them ass naked for the robbery, right? Now these guys they feeling some type of way. They like, man, I gotta get my get back. I gotta get revenge on this guy. Like, fuck that. We gotta get him. If you ask me, I think this guy right here on the right was the more aggressive one. And that was telling his brother right here on the left, like, hey, fuck that. We gotta go back and get this guy. Or it could have been the guy on the left convincing the guy on the right. That's just my thought. I think it was this guy that started it, and this is how all this shit happened, right? Okay. So the guy stripped and robbed him, butt naked. I get it. Hey, that's embarrassing, humiliation. Even if wasn't nobody around to see it, I get it 100%. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what did I tell y'all? Hold that L. And for number two, revenge is not a real thing. I made a whole video on that. So I'm not just saying this not for no views or no clicks or none of that goofy ass shit. I'm saying this for real. I made this video months ago, maybe a year ago, that revenge is not a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't believe me? Go check it out. But revenge is not a real thing. And this right here proves it. Because after that guy stripped him down naked, took all his shit and all that, they plotted on this guy for years. So they knew who he was. They plotted on him for what? What they say, 4 years? And then they finally ran into him and they killed him for revenge of what he did to them 4 years ago. So you mean to tell me out of these past 4 years, y'all life ain't got better, y'all ain't moved on, y'all ain't thought about nothing different, y'all ain't moved different, nothing. Y'all just been planning on catching this guy for 4 years straight. Like I said, revenge is not a real thing, and this goes to show and prove it. So they caught this guy 4 years later, they got their revenge, they killed him, right? Okay, there you go. Now y'all on a high speed chase. Now the police is after y'all. The police don't care about y'all revenge. The police don't care that y'all got robbed and stripped butt naked by this guy years ago. It's no such thing as revenge. So the police jumped on them, chased him, caught his ass, right? All right, now they locked up for a fucking murder, a revenge murder. And guess what? The court ain't gonna say, hey, you know what? This guy did strip y'all butt naked a couple years ago, so it was right for y'all to kill him. No, that's not how that worked. These guys about to go do the rest of their life in prison for revenge. That took them 4 years to get back on 4 years. I did 4 years in prison. Y'all plotted on this man for 4 years straight to get him back. Come on, man. Y'all should have just went ahead, did it there, and moved on with y'all life, but y'all didn't. So now y'all about to go to prison for the rest of your life. Twin brothers. Y'all got kids out here, anything like that. Y'all left them for a fake ass revenge beef. If y'all didn't catch the guy right then and there, y'all should have let it go. You know what I'm saying? 4 years didn't went by. Y'all didn't grew up so much since then. Y'all didn't did a lot since then. Probably done had kids. Probably got married, got a girlfriend. You know, a lot of shit happened in that type of time. And this is what y'all spent them 4 years on. Yeah, we gonna catch this guy. He ain't about to just strip us ass naked and all of that. Man, look, again, revenge is not a real thing. God hits back harder than anybody. You know what I'm saying? If God let you walk away with your life that night, be happy and thankful for that. You know what I'm saying? But some people, they got this tough guy mentality that, nah, fuck that. I'm about to get back on that. Because ain't nobody going to look at me like I'm a hoe. And that's exactly what happened right here. Ain't nobody going to look at us like we hoes. We going to stand on that. And now y'all about to stand in prison for the rest of y'all life. And you know what people gonna call y'all now? Stupid, dumb, a waste of life, a waste of time. And that's what y'all did. Y'all wasted y'all life and time for revenge. It's not worth it, man. I know it's a hard pill to swallow, But guess what? If you don't want to end up like these guys, let that shit go, man, and move on with your life. It's over 50 states in this country, not even including all the other countries across the world. You can move around and go wherever the hell you want and do whatever the fuck you want. If you know you ain't no hoe, that's your business. You don't got to prove that to nobody because don't nobody care at the end of the day. How about that? Spend another episode or roll up a poet. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured.